We are back here for the top of the fourth. I believe we figured out our audio issues, but for those of you just joining us, or for those of you who have been watching but haven't been able to hear, the Pioneers currently trail 3-0 here in the top of the fourth in the early game of the doubleheader. Looking to shut down Lansing here. They currently trail though, and Scully is trying to get back into this one. And another swing and a miss. 1-2 count now. And she watches it go by for strike three. Gracely Collins goes down looking, and Scully has already notched 9 Ks here in the first 4 innings.
Strike two swinging.
1 strike away from sending her down. Ashlyn Turner at the plate. And the pitch. Swung on and popped up. Ranging over is Garrison, and she will almost catch it, slamming into the chain link fence separating her from the Lansing dugout. You know, early on in the season, Ellie, big issues trying to figure out how to get our baseball set up. No press box down here, just trying to make do with what we got. As this one is grounded down to third, Divin will make the routine play, and 2 gunner in the inning. But we've had video issues in our first game. We had audio issues early on in this one, but just figuring out how to call a baseball game, it's been a lot of fun.
I think we have a decent setup going right now, except for the fact that sometimes things randomly decide not to work, but our camera is taped on and it seems to be doing its job right now, thankfully.
High-tech equipment, we figured out how to solve the glare issue last week with a pair of sunglasses. That one is high. Pioneers currently trail by 3 here in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss. And now 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Scully has really seemed to settle in here after a bit of a rocky run in the third. Swing and a miss. And McKenna Scully will send Whitney Welsh packing. No runs on no hits, no errors. Pioneers trail by 3 and look to get back in it right after this. Pennington will come up to the plate here, leading it off for the Pioneers. Leavenworth trails by 3, looking to battle back at home here in the bottom of the fourth. It will be Pennington, Scully, and Elizabeth Miller starting the frame strong for the Pioneers. Still in the circle is Drew Malm, she has been nearly perfect with only the double and the hit by pitch putting runners on here, as the first one will go low for ball one. The Lions starter bears down, swing and a miss from Pennington. Bottom four, all three of Lansing's runs came in the top of the third. And beyond that, McKenna Scully has dealt from the other side. Leavenworth and Lansing, really, both. It's just been a battle of the aces. Whoever can outpitch their opponent is seemingly going to win this game.
Catcher, fans, and umpire all joking around after that pitch was low and in the dirt.
The pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2 count. Pennington at the plate, even count. Nobody gone. The pitch, swung on and hit down the first baseline, and first base umpire is going to say it stayed just a bit foul. And Pennington will step back into the batter's box as the Lansing first baseman, Whitney Welsh, she just had her foot a little bit beyond the chalk. Full count now to Pennington. The payoff. Swung on and missed. Pennington goes back to the dugout and will send McKenna Scully back out there. Really, Leavenworth, I think we just need to think about contact here because they have struggled to put the ball in play really all day.
Yeah, the Lansing pitcher has been nearly spotless, as you said earlier, with only 2 base runners allowed. Hopefully McKenna Scully can change that here.
McKenna Scully, she struck out in her first plate appearance. And that one is low for ball one. Pioneers trail by 3 here in the bottom of the fourth. And that one leaning back looked just below the shoulders but was inside a little bit. Umpire giving the benefit of the doubt to McKenna Scully. 2-0 count. Green light swing, and she will whiff at that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Scully just looking to put the ball in play here. Hitters count for the Pioneers starting pitcher. And that one will get rung up for strike 2. Drew Malm has worked the count back even. 1 out in the inning, 2-2 count. Pioneers looking to claw their way back into this one. The pitch swung on and ripped up to center field for a base hit.
Great contact by McKenna Scully to break Lansing's pitcher Mall's great strikeout streak.
She had, before that, AB retired 5 straight Pioneer batters.
Wow.
But now Elizabeth Miller with a chance to hit with the runner on, and she's got Bachman behind her. Pioneers trying to get a little bit of production from the cleanup hitter. Mound visit with Malm to try to calm her down after several deep at-bats. Miller trying to capitalize on the momentum. The pitch is in there for strike 1. Liz Miller, like so many of the Pioneer bats, is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, diving back into first is Scully after the pickoff attempt from the Lansing catcher. Miller in the 0-2 hole. Will step out. The 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed. Ringing her up is the blue. And now Chloe Bachman will step in there, trying to salvage the inning for the Pioneers. Two have already gone down, victims of the strikeout. Scully on first represents just the third base runner of the ballgame so far. Down low, just at the shin level, and Bachman will watch it go by. 1-0. Bachman with the bomb pop bat, looking for something to hit, and that one is fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Even count for the Lions. Pioneers playing a competitive game here early in the season. First time in conference play. Lansing, on the other hand, has already played DeSoto twice, and they won both of those. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch is high. Even count. Scully trotting back and forth over there at first, trying to keep Mom honest, thinking about stealing. And the pitch is swung on and missed. That will retire the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 3 strikeouts, and Drew Malm has a scoreless outing through the first 4. Due up for the Lions as we go into the top of the 5th. Anaya Singletary, Ava Shelley, and Drew Malm. Malm, she's been the star of the show as she has an RBI double from the plate, but has also held the Pioneers scoreless on the mound. She is due up third in this inning, but now Scully focuses on Singletary as she gets a first pitch strike to go ahead 0-1. The pitch to the right fielder. Hit right back to Scully, and she will toss it on to first for the routine out. A 1-3 put out.
Looks very similar to her first pitch of the inning that came right back at her. Glad she found her rhythm and made a nice routine play to first.
Scully catching her breath now. Deepest outing of the year. First time working into the 5th. Her offense will really need to pick her up and provide some run support if they want to get back into this one. The 0-2 pitch is high at the helmet. Leavenworth, they're really just trying to keep their momentum going as the girls' athletics, specifically basketball, they've done a good job in the Lansing series so far this season. Varsity got their sweep as this one has popped up foul. Varsity got their sweep in basketball. Boys varsity split along with a huge upset win. Well, we thought it was an upset at the time as it was the first time winning in 3 years for football. But overall, it's been a pretty successful year for the Pioneers when facing their crosstown enemies. And softball is hoping to capitalize on a little bit of that. And that one is high. School Pride will continue as Game 2 of our doubleheader will be coming at 6, and at 6:30 also on Pioneer Television, we will be giving you the live presentation of Pioneer Baseball as they also host the Lions. Scully got into a favorable count, went ahead 0-2, but now, after some patience from Ava Shelley, she has worked all the way back to a 3-2 full count. The pitch swung on and missed. Ava Shelley packing her bags and taking a trip all the way back to the first base dugout, and now the Pioneers are 1 out away from retiring the side.
Props to Scully for not letting her 3 balls in a row rattle her as she successfully puts her away. And that's called for a strike.
That one is hit down the left field line. It will get down. Simpson looking to make a play at second. Relay throw will not be in time. Pennington holds it, and now Lansing is in business now. 2 out, 2 out. Runner at second. And 2 gone. Mom, she has doubled twice in this one. Ormsby looking her back to second, trying to keep the base runners honest. Scully, the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1 here in the top of the 5th. Runner in scoring position as Blue having a chat with the catcher.
Little incidental contact between batter and catcher as the batter was warming up her swing and accidentally whacked the catcher on the arm.
The pitch to Sammy Gray is high for ball 2. 2-1, 2 gone in the inning. Scully started strong, but trying to put away the frame the way she began it. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 2. Scully deals. Way and a miss. And she will send down the Lions. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Pioneers trail by 3. Pioneers currently trail by 3, but are looking to do some damage here. Ormsby, Simpson, and V-Hill due up here in the bottom of the frame. Sadie Ormsby, the Pioneer backstop on the day. She steps up to the plate as the lone Pioneer with an extra base hit. She is 1-for-1 with a double. That one is in there for a strike. She saw, clearly with the hard contact, she's seen Mom pretty well today. And just thought that one was a bit outside the zone. Umpire did not agree. And another called strike as she watches another one go by. 0-2 count to Sadie Ormsby in the right-handed batter's box. The pitch from Mom. Swung on and missed. One gone in the inning. Kylie Simpson now stepping up, and she will look to put some offense on the board for the Pioneers. Time is running out to get that going, as Leavenworth trails by 3 with just 2 2/3 innings left to play. V-Hill on deck, Kendall Diven in the hole. The first pitch to Simpson is fouled off. That one was way inside. A defensive swing as that one almost hit her on the hands. That one is high. 1-1 count. Mom, as she's gotten deeper into her outing, has struggled a little bit more with command. She was really getting ahead early on in counts, but now, as that one is called a strike, I guess she's proving me wrong as we speak, but she had been struggling a little bit with finding the strike zone. The pitch is swung on and missed. 2 gone now in the inning. Charlie V-Hill will step up. She was retired on a grounder to third last at bat. 0-for-1 on the day. First offering is in there for strike 1. And now V-Hill, after watching 2 go by, has fallen behind into a 0-2 count. Ball looking for the put-away pitch. And that one will go below the knees. V-Hill stays alive. 1-2. And
Most nonchalant strike three I've ever seen, but that will send V-Hill in.
striking out the side is the Lansing ace. She has been unhittable today. Well, not quite. She's given up 2. But
Basically unhittable.
none of those base runners have resulted in runs on the board for the Pioneers. Frustration starting to build as we go to the top of the 6th. Pioneers trail 3-0 to the Lansing Lions.
Boys play doubleheader.
Avery is coming up to the plate for the Lansing Lions. They currently lead by 3 behind a scoreless outing from Drew Malm. And the first pitch from Scully, who is back out there for the 6th. deepest start of the year so far for the Pioneer righty, which it's been no fault of her own. She hasn't struggled to go deep into games. It's just been that the Pioneer offense prior to tonight had been ending them so early via the run rule. Leavenworth not quite as dominant at the plate here, but still alive. They've put together some good at-bats recently, and after Vijo was retired, you got to remember, top of the order, Coach Sloan's top 3 girls are batting, Divin, Garrison, and Pennington. Then if one of them can get on, cleanup hitter Scully, and then potentially Miller or Bachman, you got a good set of girls that could really put the ball in play and get some runs across the board. You just really got to, I think, just trust your swing. A lot of ugly swings from the Pioneers have had them whiffing.
Yeah, lots of hesitation.
Routine play from the third baseman, and the Pioneers have retired the leadoff hitter. Rylan Manning will now step up.
E3 from Echo Garrison as the throw from third ice creamed out of her glove.
Garrison dropped what would have been the first out of the inning. And it looks like we have a substitution, potential substitution, as the Lansing head coach is having a chat. Reviewing the lineup cards now. Bridget Hoskins Howard up to the plate. The pitch in the dirt, and that one will get by Ormsby. Ormsby reeling it in quickly, holding the runner to second, and now Lansing with the pinch hitter has someone in scoring position here. Watching that one go by. And a 1-1 count for Scully, trying to really keep the Pioneers in this one. This is an offense that when they break out has been capable of making things happen. We just haven't seen that from them this afternoon. One strike away from sending Hoskins Howard packing. Top 6, Leavenworth trails 3-zip. And generous call to the batter as that one missed inside. 2-2 count. The delivery.
And she's got him.
First out of the inning for the Pioneers. Runner remains on second, but Rylan Manning will step up to the plate. Or Graceland Collins. Bunted right back to the pitcher, and the sacrifice will do its job perfectly, sending the runner to third for the second out. The lone base runner of the inning reached on an error from Echo Garrison, and now that run is threatening to score. Standing dangerously close at third base.
Batter having a little talk with the third base coach. Hopefully, McKenna Scully can end this inning before any further damage is done.
Ashlyn Turner steps in. First pitch hacking, and she finds nothing but air.
Big swing right there.
The visiting Lansing Lions getting a hometown crowd here. Team we have to share a county with.
Yuck.
That one is high and outside. Scully really needs to find the box here. 1 out away from keeping the Pioneers within 3. With the top of the order due up. In the dirt and skipping away from Ormsby. She can't find it. Coming in to score easily is Avery Barragray, and the error will come back to haunt the Pioneers as a run will score.
Catcher ran into the batter. She was searching for that wild pitch. Little obstruction there, allowing the run to score.
That one is fouled off back towards the net.
Scully needs one more.
Top of the 6th, 4-0 Lansing High School. Taking her time is Turner. Scully looking to put the second baseman away.
And she does.
She does. That one is in there for a called strike 3. And the Pioneers will escape the inning. No 1 run on no hits, 1 error. Pioneers trail by 4. Limited chances left, but the top of the order will come up and try to get the Lady Pioneers back into this one. Kendall Divin steps up to the plate. 4-0 lead for the Lions. Pioneers have the leadoff hitter trying to get on base here and keep the Pioneers in it. It will be Divin, Garrison, and Pennington leading off the inning for the white and blue. Pop up down the third baseline, and the put away from Leavenworth Smith. She is a designated fielder, not taking at bats today, but still making an impact on the game. A pop up to the third baseman will give Drew Malm her first out of the inning. She has gone 5 strong, and Garrison will pull back the bunt. Umpire doesn't care. He calls that one a strike anyway, just above the knees. But she has gone 5 1/3 scoreless. An absolutely incredible performance from the Lansing righty, stifling a Pioneer offense that has averaged over 18 runs a game. Leavenworth getting their first real test, though, as this is a conference matchup. These are the teams that they're going to have to play against every Tuesday, every Thursday, week in and week out. These are the kind of games that really prove who are the contenders and who are the pretenders. And Lansing looks like the real deal here, especially that one arm, number 7, Drew Malm. The pitch to Garrison. Swung on and missed. And falling back out of the left-handed batter's box for the second out of the inning.
Lucy Pennington.
Malm trying to put the Lady Pioneers to rest. but Pennington stands in her way. The first pitch in the dirt.
Hopefully Pennington can get something started here for this Leavenworth offense that's gone scoreless through 6.
If anyone could do it, it would be her. She leads the team in homers with 2 already. Granted, one of them was an inside the park job, but the last time we were streaming the home opener against Washington, she put one over the right field fence, hopefully trying to recreate some of that magic here. Although, ultimately, I would say just base runners would help because we're going to need more than just one to get back into this one. The pitch from Malm, swung on and missed, 2-1 count. Here we go, here we go. Malm looking into the senior. And there's another strike. Checked her swing, but it was one she probably should have followed through on. 2-2 count. And that one is chopped down the third baseline. Hard play. Throw down to first is not going to be in time.
No, well,
Steve Pennington with an infield single gets the Pioneers a base runner here. Stepping
Thank
into the
goodness.
batter's box now is McKenna Scully. And Pennington has reached twice without hitting the ball out of the infield. She was hit by the pitch in the first inning. Gets a chopped single here. And now Scully trying to get on base and then hopefully have her cleanup hitter behind her give her a little bit of run support. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 count to the Leavenworth pitcher. That one is low. And Pennington will trot back to first. 4-0. 3 of the runs coming for the Lions in a big third inning rally. They tacked on another bit of insurance in the top of this frame. Popped up back towards the net. And that will make it a 2-1 count. Pennington at first. Scully at the dish with Elizabeth Miller on deck. The pitch. Called for a strike. Just delivering it back to her pitcher is the Lansing catcher. Counts even. Popped up. We'll do it again. Scully staying alive here.
Making contact on a pitcher that struck out so many Leavenworth batters so far today.
Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. The pitch. Drive down the left field line and making an impressive catch is the Lansing left fielder, much to the Pioneers' chagrin. Hard contact from Pioneer ace McKenna Scully, but it was not enough to get some runs on the board. One more chance for the Pioneers, but first Lansing will look to tack on. It's 4-0 as we go to the 7th. McKenna Scully back out on the mound here for the top of the 7th, looking to finish off her first complete game of the year. No one up in the bullpen. Head coach Casey Sloan has confidence in her starter. Problem is, Lansing has a lot of confidence in hitting off of her. They currently lead by 4. An overall good outing for Scully. She, despite allowing the 3 runs, only 4 runs, only 2 of them have been earned. First pitch fouled away. 0-1 pitch. Divin, wary of the bunt, playing very far in down the third baseline. Leavenworth outfielders at their normal depth. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Divin will back up now with the bunt no longer a threat. 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed. And that is something that, despite the poor run support and just not quite able to keep Leavenworth in front, she has managed to get the punch out when she needs it. Scully getting plenty of swing and miss, and she'll need that, especially with Ava Shelley on deck. And just as we were talking about the swing and miss, Anaya Singletary able to keep the inning going with a base hit. Ava Shelley will step up to the plate. She is 1 for 3 reached on a single and an error. Stole second in that first inning. But, you know, you talk about the third time through the lineup, that kind of hindrance as double play ball. First throw goes down to second and off the glove of Elizabeth Miller. And into right field, Rubenhausen backing up will get it in.
A chance for Leavenworth to get out of the inning turns into an error as Runner reaches third and first.
And I gotta think right there, Ellie, you got one out. It's unlikely to turn the double play, especially with one of the faster players on this team. Again, Shelley had the lone steal for the Lions. I feel like you gotta just take the guaranteed out at first, as this one has popped up to Miller. She will make the catch. And now runners at the corners with 2 gone, as Sammy Gray will look to pick up the slack here. First and third. Top of the 7th, 2 gone.
Second base is stolen.
Shelley has had a good time just running circles around the Pioneers here today. She has been all of the base running production the Lions have needed. For nothing. Leavenworth trails, 2 in scoring position for Gray. That one's low. Due up in the bottom of the inning for the Pioneers is going to be Miller, Bachman, and Ormsby. The last chance for Leavenworth. That one is hit to right field. It is back at the wall, and Rubenhausen will get it off the wall. RBI triple will make it a 6-run ball game, and that might be the dagger that puts the Lions up for good.
That ball looks good. I'm glad it only hit off the wall instead of over it. But yeah, definitely one more stake.
Scully trying to finish what she started here, looking for the complete game, but the stat line likely won't look too pretty. Although, again, the unearned runs via the errors have really cost her. You know, if that play was made at second, as that one will be a wild pitch, and play at the plate, she will be safe.
Close one there, a wild pitch thrown back to Scully. The runner is just safe sliding into home.
7-0 ball game here in inning number 7. And Scully, she's run into a little bit of trouble here. Came into this one really just trying to keep the score exactly where it was at. Lansing has capitalized on a few technical mishaps from the Pioneers and some hard contact too. You got to give credit where credit is due. And hopefully for us, this game isn't over yet. But with the way Drew Malm has been pitching, this frame might have just put this game on ice. Game 2 of the doubleheader will be coming up around 6 o'clock local time. And that one's in there. And the Pioneer varsity baseball team will also be playing on PTV. They're also off to a pretty strong start to the year, 5-3. But the Lansing Lions, again, their baseball softball program looks really solid this year. They are 7-1 going into that matchup. Scully deals, taken outside for ball 2. 2-2 count. 2 gone in the frame. She got those 2 outs with the score still only at a 4-run deficit. But Lansing, with a rally, has really pulled away. Pioneers have one last chance. Miller, Bachman, and Ormsby will look to give the Pioneers some life, but the Lansing Lions lead it 7-0. Elizabeth Miller, Chloe Bachman, and Sadie Ormsby are the last gasp of life for the Pioneers. Drew Malm trying to put away the Lady Pioneers here on a Tuesday afternoon in the first city. Swung on and missed, and
Looking as unhittable as ever.
Drew Malm still in mid-game form here in her last frame. Pioneers just looking to make contact, which is something they haven't been able to do all game, as evidence of that continues to be shown in that swing.
Got her on the low strike 3 looking.
Right at the knees, Blue rung her up. 1 gone in the inning.
Hit that 200 sign.
Chloe Bachman up to the dish. First pitch in there for a strike. Pumping heat. And honestly, as this game's gone on, I've really just hoped that the Pioneers could work into at-bats and just slow this pitcher down. But Drew Malm is still throwing just as hard as she was on the very first AB of the ball game.
Good eye from Chloe Bachman as that one goes below her knees. Hoping to breathe some life into this floundering Pioneers offense.
2-1 as another one will go right at the calf. Trying to get her grip. Offering the plate is ripped up the middle. Leavenworth has life here, although just a little bit of hope, but that's all we need. The game isn't over until the 21st out is made, and the Pioneers still have 2 left to work with. Chloe Bachman gets on base, and really, I think, Ellie, what we got to be looking forward to is just getting this team back to the top of the order. If Ormsby and Simpson can get on, then that would guarantee that Kendall Diven gets another at bat, and then maybe we could kind of string some stuff together. Runner at first after the 1-out single. Fouled off, 0-2 count.
Strong look right there. Just got a piece of it.
Oh, 2 to the catcher. 1-2 now. Sadie Ormsby staying alive. Not willing to expand her zone even when she is behind. The pitch. Takes outside. Throw goes into right field. Chloe Bachman will stay put as Anaya Singletary was able to get onto that one quickly. Bachman thought about second, but I think it was wise to stay put.
Yeah, Bachman's kept the catcher really attentive as she gets a large.
Popped onto the baseball field. That one likely interfering a little bit with the JV game going on right now. 4. Count is even. Hit to short. Play goes to second for the out. Double play will not be made, as Ormsby was able to get in there with just enough room ahead of the force. But Kylie Simpson is now the last breath of life for the Pioneers. 2 gone. 7-0 Lions. That one's low. Having to get out of the way of that one. Kylie Simpson not wanting to get plunked here in the bottom of the 7th. She's now ahead 2-0.
Maybe we should just start sticking our necks out there and hoping to get hit by pitches and load these bases up.
Simpson seems to have no intention of swinging, and I don't blame her. Maybe, I mean, fingers crossed, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe Mom is showing some signs of humanity after all. Starting to tire a little bit, as that one is going to be low. Leavenworth now has 2 on for the 9-hole hitter, Charlie Vigil. And an interesting anecdote there. That is the first walk issued of the ball game for Drew Malm. She pitches all the way into the 7th, and Leavenworth has really just not had any answer to her, like, perfect precision and accuracy, just painting corners of the zone. And it's not like they haven't been trying. A lot of the strikeouts have come looking for the Pioneers, just watching stuff go right by them. But now she has tired a little bit, as first walk of the ball game will put runners on first and second with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th.
A 1 count right here for Charlie Vigil.
Next pitch is in there. Lions are 1 strike away from taking the early portion of the doubleheader. Delivery to Vigil. Swung on and missed, and that will do it for the ball game. Leavenworth Pioneers, overall, I would say the game was a lot better than the scoreboard suggests. McKenna Scully, good outing early, but she struggled late, giving up 4 runs in her last 2 frames. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the wins and losses that matter, and Lansing finds themselves with another mark in the win column, and the Pioneers are on the wrong side of this result. 7-0 Lansing Lions. Any closing remarks, Ellie, about this one?
No, I'm looking forward to the second game. I think it was a remarkable pitching performance all around. Hopefully, Leavenworth can regroup here and find some offense for the next one.
Zeros on the scoreboard for the Pioneers across all 7 innings. Lansing, I got to give the player of the game probably to Drew Malm, pitching a complete game shutout to just really stifle a Pioneer offense that had been explosive earlier in the year, but then also providing some offense from the plate with RBI double in the 3rd inning. She went 2 for 4 with 2 extra base hits. We will go ahead and hang it up for now. Pioneers drop the opener to the Lansing Lions and the opener to their United Kansas Conference season. Your final score, Lansing 7, Leavenworth 0.